has and it hasn't been a busy week this past week. I had a water tank that I got fixed the other day. Just gonna scuff that up a little bit, give it something good to adhere to, just using an old inner tube. Figure out how and what I need it. Put that there. I'm going to work on the inside patch, see if I can do something with it. Kind of the same idea. And then we did get the last of some of the ewes worked. Done. That's what's left. Handful back there. These girls here. 14 head now in here that are left to lamb. And we also kind of went on a walk of some of the pastures to see how the grass situation was. The grass out here is not bad. It is not bad at all. There's some pretty decent grass. Not too mature, some bahia. All in all, the pasture condition here is not too bad. All right, now onto the water tank. It may still be kind of weeping a little bit, but it's been sitting here since last night, and there's only about a 1/8 of an inch of water gone. So I'll fill this one up. I'll go get the gray tank and see how full it is. If it's low enough, looks like it may be empty. If you deal with stock tanks like this that you tend to leave in just sitting for extended period of time, of course I didn't have my camera because it was dark and it wouldn't have done any good anyway. And the only reason I saw it was because of my headlight. A couple of nights ago, when I realized there was a leak over there, when I turned it over to try to figure out and see exactly where the leak was at, I flipped it up, and right in between where my hands were was a black widow nest. Yeah, it was a pretty good sized one. And needless to say, it's not with us anymore. If you have things like that, water tanks, feeders, remember, if you're in black widow country, which is, I think, pretty much anywhere in the United States, be very careful with that. What is that, you might ask? Well, while I was moving water tanks, Teresa was fixing lunch. Wonderful chicken Caesar salad, and she's making some fresh pepper jelly. Oh, it smells amazing. You say most of all those peppers came from our garden?
Yep.
Yep. Awesome. Man, I can't wait. Teresa and our granddaughter are topping off hay mangers. Because the way these girls look, looks like, I bet you when one goes, they're all gonna go. We went through and we made sure that we had plenty of clean water buckets ready to go and all that, because I suspect it's going to be a pretty intense domino. All right, let me get the pigs real quick. Get the cows buckets real quick. awful dark for this. May not be much of it that you can see. So basically all I'm doing right now, going out and checking the pastures. It's getting real close time to get these girls moved. The cows I'm talking about. This pasture's giving up just about everything it can. But really before I move them to the bottom, I really need to get it bush hogged. Kind of like I did this field before we moved them over here. Also, I've been watching, if you're not familiar with armyworms, you gotta look it up. They have decimated hundreds of acres in this part of the country. They are a vile, they look like just a small worm, but they hatch by the billions, and they get the name armyworm because that's how they move and that's what they do. They start in a direction and they just go in waves, and they just keep going straight forward, eating every bit of grass they can get to. Their preferences, of course, are the Bermudas, which everybody tries to encourage for feeding livestock, because pretty much all livestock, except for goats, loves Bermuda. But they like that little short, tender Bermuda. And they will literally clean out acres and acres and acres in one day. Okay, everybody's fed, settled in, hay moved, very pregnant, very ready to deliver. So now we wait. We got an earlier start tonight, just honestly, just because I wasn't feeling real good. But got an earlier start, and it's probably 8:30, something like that, which rarely happens. So I'm gonna go feed. Did you hear me? Go edit and get ready for bed, because it's going to be a long day tomorrow. Come on. Yeah. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. And here goes the second girl. Unfortunately, my camera's about dead. Okay, it's about 2:30 in the morning. About hour and a half, something like that, after we got back from the barn from the last delivery. And I'm sorry that my camera battery died, but happened to wake up. I was planning on coming back down about 3, and we've got the windows open because it's really nice tonight. Cool. Feels good. Anyway, I heard what almost sounded like a distress call from one of the girls. So I'm gonna go see what's going on. I don't hear anything now, but I mean, it was a single voice that I could hear clear as a bell at the house. Tells me she was hollering loud. See what's going on. Look at there. It's a pretty good sized baby. I don't know if maybe it was a breech birth. That's why she was having so much trouble. Why she was making so much noise. But she was sure having a come part. No pun intended. Already up and moving. Okay, so we'll give her a couple minutes. See if she's gonna start pushing again. That's a spry little devil. She's still big enough to have a second. Of course, she's Dorper too, so she's normally a little bigger. She's bleeding pretty good, so I bet he was backwards. And you're gonna have to duck, baby. You're already up to your mama's shoulders. You're so big. I think I'm gonna put him up and see if I can help him, or if she'll let me help him once they're kind of contained, because a lot of times the lambing pen just offers them safety, security. They feel more comfortable. The last girl, she was kind of kicking one of them off, and but once we got her in the lambing pens, she seemed to calm down a lot and stop pushing them away. And they both ate very well. Oh, there you go. She's got milk, good milk, rich milk, thick milk. Got him. Good deal. He's going to town.
gonna have to get used to ducking because she's pretty low to the ground compared to him. But he had one good suck there for a couple minutes, so it won't take him long to figure it out, trust me. Good deal. Alright.
Okay. Good night, girls. Myself or Teresa will see you most likely just in a couple hours. Well, good morning. Yeah, it was a long night last night. Oh, that's for sure. So I'm a little punch drunk this morning. It was late night. By the time I finished up, got back to the house, kind of chilled out for a few minutes and got to bed. It was pushing close to 4 o'clock this morning. But the important thing is that the lambs were doing good. New babies were doing well. Mamas were doing well. Teresa came down and did the morning check this morning. Here's the triplets. 2 of the triplets. And then a little nourishment. I see you. Alright. Yep. This girl was I recognize her. She was the last one to deliver last night. She sure made a whole lot of noise. This was the ones that delivered at about midnight. Looks like they got their bellies full and all passed out. Yep. How tall he is. Of course, Mama's not huge, but he's to her shoulder already. He's a big boy. Yes, he is. He's a big boy. That girl right there might be one of the next. Yeah. She is wide, uncomfortable. Good sign. Hi, Bandit. Rams there. Doing all right, Bandit. Happy Jack. I call him Happy Jack because when it's feeding time, he always bounces and jumps and dances and skips around on his back legs, and he's kind of funny to watch. And I call him Happy Jack. He don't like being touched much.